everything was pretty much normal. The Penko and Kepo were not asked to stay over the night to do any cleaning, so it kind of seemed like business as usual. Well, if you haven't heard it, welcome to the town. Uh, just your standard college town, basically. Not much all that fun around here. But if you're looking for something to do Saturday night, there is a pep rally at the college. I need to get this all done and squared away before we have a very important person coming in. Kipo doesn't know it, but before the knife can even touch him, a hand will grab the knife by the handle and stop it. Just about before.
Oh no!
A
Oh.
multitude of books that pertain to ancient vampire bloodlines and a history of vampires, but we do not have anything I think you would be interested in. Before you go looking into these vampires, I must ask you, why do you want to learn about something as dangerous as vampires? So, Mr. Ming guides the two up the stairs and peruses around the books. It's been a while since he's been out and about in the library, so he's kind of just getting his bearings a little bit. Um, he does tell Kipo to like look around as well,
Right.
but not touch any of the books.
No touchy. Got it. Try no touchy.
These books are dangerous, so it's better to not touch them or accidentally cause a commotion. And then with that, Mr. Ming will set out to look at these books. But what's different from Mr. Ming is that he does kind of look over the books, and he does touch a few just to see if they're the ones he was looking for and not. There is a reason why he can touch these books, but that can be found out later.
Kipo's gonna obey and just try to eye out anything that could probably stick out.
I wonder if you can roll to see what happens.
Oh.
Give me a
The first
give me a roll. Give me a will save, not will save, but roll me 20.
I got a 10.
Ooh, well, they're books.
They're books.
You also notice that a lot of the titles on the spines of them are not ones you could read. A lot of them are in different languages. Some of them even have what looks to be just almost like hieroglyphic type of pictures on the spines. So with this knowledge, Kipo knows these books are hella old.
Yeah, most likely let Mr. Ming do it. Kipo's just like, oh. Not sure if he really can read anything.
And a little side note, the upper floor is about half the size of the first floor, but in some areas you notice that there seems to be like papers, or like not papers but blueprints of on like a nearby table, and that's suggesting that Amelia wants to expand the upper floor.
Ooh, expansion.
Heck yeah.
Well, she did say like they keep getting more books. It's like, where do you put all of them? So
Exactly. And while the two look around looking for books, for these specific books, Mr. Ming comes across a rather dark-looking book. He takes it out of its spot, and opens it up, and kind of just thumbs through the pages a little bit. Come here, boy.
Kipo heads on over after just like looking over some more books he doesn't quite understand or recognize in any way. Did you find something?
It might not be what you're quite looking for, but I think this book can help. I will continue my search for other books, but in the meantime, let me put this book on a table for you. I must put protective charms, just in case this book wants to, how should I say, lash out.
What do you mean by that?
He doesn't say anything as he kind of glides over to a table. He doesn't he takes his pipe, his long pipe, turns it over and hits it lightly on his wrist to get some of that the ash out, and the ash spills onto the table. And with that, he clears a way for the book to be placed on. And in the ashes, he traces in what only Kipo can decipher as these protective charms, as he's just tracing them over. And Mr. Ming will also kind of gently and very softly chant something. It's not audible for Kipo to hear, even with his cat-like ears. There. That should do. You may now touch this book. If you experience anything weird, please do not hesitate to call for me. With that, he disappears back to find even more books.
Kipo looks over the book. More and more things are appearing for him, like vampires are a thing, ghosts in a cafe he thought was a normal job, and now beware of books, have to put charms on them. It's new information that he doesn't understand at all. Sits down. So, you said I can touch it now? Hesitates, but eventually opens the cover to the first page.
The first page reads in Old English.
Oh.
The words, the damned and their accursed, I don't want to say companions, but, and their accursed servants. There we go, that's the word I was looking for. And it's beautiful cursive, like that Old English cursive.
Oh, that's so pretty.
The pages themselves, they do really look worn for the age. You do notice that the ink also on this first page is also in red. It's not in blood though.
Okay.
It's red.
A little different. Very nice though. Does he get anything out of info within the first few pages?
The first few pages is just a simple, like, this is what a vampire is. These are how many types of vampires there are. This is something you can do against them, and this is something you can do to kill them, and yada yada yada.
I was gonna ask. He's trying to like find some specific stuff. Is there any like chapter information, or is the book too old?
This book is too old to have an index, table of contents.
Yeah.
So you kind of need to peruse the book more. The information you got from eavesdropping into the conversation, you don't really know what type of information you're looking for.
Yeah.
At this point, you're looking for anything that would be considered oof. That is some spicy tea. Like anything that a vampire would want to get their hands on.
Just any knowledge, really.
Yeah.
Do you want me to roll anything, or?
No, I just wanted.
Alright.
What you doing? You know?
It takes him just a little longer to read it because the wording is Old English, but not only that, but the cursive is distracting. He can't help but trace some stuff with his finger, just like how pretty the cursive is and how people in that don't really write like that anymore. It amazes Kipo and kind of like gets Kipo off track, but
Yeah.
he still tries to read, you know.
I will also add that there are some sketches in there too of these tires and all this other stuff. They're very detailed and very, yeah, I would say dark. They're very detailed and dark about, since it's really the subject matter. It's just some of these images are not safe for the cute eyes of a young.
Kipo just kind of like flips the page over. Is like a little bit uncomfortable with. Definitely not what Kipo wishes to see.
Upon flipping through and getting past some rather dark pictures and passing through some of the useless information, Kipo happens to stumble upon one page. Some of the powers that vampires possess. Now, this particular is not naturally given to vampires. It's one that's acquired through rituals, and one power is acquired through other means. But the book doesn't tell you what these other means are. Neither the author or any of the people in that age knew what these other methods were, but they were sure that this power could be acquired through rituals. The said power is used for either extending one's territory or just kind of a test playground for these vampires. This is about traveling to different worlds.
Kipo can't help but tilt his head slightly. Finds it a little odd.
I'm not fluent in the language of Old English,
no,
so I will say it like a modern person would say.
Okay.
And some of the notes basically boil down to this in modern tongue, like world traveling or like world hopping or whatever you want to call it. It's, as stated before, it's acquired through rituals and other means. For this ritual to work, it does require the said vampire to give up some of their sanity, because this ritual is very, not just time consuming, but also it's very grueling in how it opens up a portal to another world or dimension or what have you. And there's even notes in there that says that there was one such vampire that was caught trying to make a portal to a different world, or maybe even just to teleport away from his enemies. None of the eyewitnesses can verify what the heck he was doing. It did destroy this vampire and ended this ritual. But it did cost these witnesses, unfortunately, it cost them their eyes. They were blinded when the ritual not exploded, but it did kind of fizzle out. And when the portal fizzled out, it took their sight with them. In terms of rituals in this campaign, rituals are like an eye for an eye. You just can't create something and take it. You have to take something and give something.
That seems fair though. Kipo can feel like goosebumps on his body. He's not much for the horror kind of person, like cute stuff, soft stuff, reading stuff.
And then there's stuff like this.
Kipo kind of knew what he was getting into, though. Curiosity. He really wanted to, like, learn more, and now he's learned more. It's kind of creepy.
Creepy indeed. Aw. What do you wish to do with this information, then?
Kipo's gonna kind of hope Mr. Ming's found another book. This one's gotten kind of dark that he's just gonna close it up.
Mr. Ming is still looking for books. Actually, roll me a d20.
Oh. 16.
Will I make this a bad thing or a good thing?
No bad.
It seems Kipo starts feeling cold. But also, feeling cold, also kind of scared for some reason.
Kipo looks at the book. It is closed, right?
Yes, it is closed.
Okay.
Just wanted to put that in dramatic effect.
He knows that Mr. Ming said don't forget to tell him info. Mr. Ming?
Mr. Ming hears him from far from where he is. He effortlessly glides over to him. Because, you know, he is a ghost. What is it, young one?
It feels like it's gotten cold.
Mr. Ming will dart his eyes from the left to the right. He doesn't really feel the difference, but he can tell that its temperature is off. I mean, he is already dead, so temperature doesn't really affect him all that much. Kind of like a sixth sense of a ghost where they can tell things are not right. Very peculiar, this is. Are you finished with that book?
Yeah.
Good. And Mr. Ming will confiscate the book and quickly go put it back to where it was. Maybe the book was too powerful, even for my protective charms. But even then, my protective charms are stronger than any normal sorcerer.
Am I okay? Are going to be okay?
You should be. This book has nothing in it that would harm you. I just took safety measures. There are so many books up here, so many that could be secretly trapped, and some that were designed to destroy, some that were designed to haunt whoever reads them. Never have I encountered a book like this.
Kipo just kind of looks at where the book's placed and just nods. He doesn't really think he'll get much info from it, from what he did, rather than maybe more creepy rituals and stuff. He's not quite interested in that topic.
Mr. Ming does kind of trace over the spine of the book. He's putting on a different charm. Kipo, having no knowledge in stuff like that, doesn't know what he is doing.
Just touching a book. Maybe he just likes books, I don't know. Kipo's not gonna bug him.
As he's doing this, he goes, Tell me, young one, why are you up here looking for these vampire books? Aren't you supposed to be working? It is the daytime after all.
Oh, I'm currently on my break at the moment.
I see.
Kipo has a little more reason, but really doesn't wish to really say.
After a little moment of silence between the two, whether it was awkward or just a silence, the two start hearing a voice, followed by two sets of footsteps.
Oh.
They're making their way towards the stairs.
Oh. Kipo doesn't know if he really has permission, other than Mr. Ming said before that, well, you work here, but doesn't really know if he actually has permission to be up here. I think we, maybe we can look over here, or Kipo's trying to avoid whoever's coming up the stairs.
Mr. Ming will look over to the direction of the noise, and then look over to Kipo. It seems we're not the only ones going to be up here. Let us make haste. As he does, he literally flies through Kipo. He's basically a ghost, you know. He can do that. And he turns a corner, waiting for Kipo to follow him.
Kipo's not gonna waste time. Kipo follows.
Mr. Ming then takes a long drag from his pipe, and when he blows out the smoke, more of those ghost skulls that you see in his picture, they form, and they go around Kipo and kind of lift him up. Mr. Ming will then go over the rail and like slowly sink down to the first floor, and the smoke skulls will also gently take Kipo down to the first floor.
Yet it helps. Kipo didn't really enjoy that. He closes his eyes.
Once you safely reach the first floor, the smoke skulls will dissipate and then disappear there. Now you won't get in trouble.
Thank you.
By chance, did you get rid of those ashes? Wrote those protective charms. Don't make me laugh. Come on, I gotta be serious with this guy. You didn't, did you?
No.
He takes a big old long drag from his pipe.
Maybe maybe they won't notice? Kipo didn't think about that. Oh.
Well, we cannot go back now. They're probably already up on the second floor. It's best we move somewhere else.
Right.
Me to take my leave.
Despite Kipo forgetting to do the ashes, didn't think about that one. He does respect Mr. Ming now, like at a higher level, like there's trust here. Mr. Ming didn't have to do any of this for him. Thank you very much. I don't think I could have done that without you.
Before I leave, there was one thing that I can do for you. If you are so keen to getting this information, why don't you just... what's the word? Oh. Why don't you just spy on the people up there?
You're striking up a curiosity again. Don't do that to him. That doesn't end very well sometimes. I could try to. I don't know what to do if I get caught, though.
I know some ways of getting you up there without being seen.
You do?
Yes.
How?
Come with me.
Okay.
Mr. Ming will lead him to a table that's far from people peeking over to see where Kipo will be. And it's here Mr. Ming instructs Kipo to sit in the chair and to lay his head on the table. As the Grim Reaper, I can grant you just a moment of death. But don't worry, it will be only temporary. Think of it as... it's been such a long time since I've heard the human words. Astral projection? Sleep paralysis, I think it's called. Think of it as like there is no pain involved. There is nothing you need to do. All you need to do is breathe in the smoke. At this point, Mr. Ming has already decided for him, and he takes a really long drag of his pipe, and he blows it.
No.
He
Kipo's
blows
like,
it.
wait.
Mr. Ming chose mischief today.
Mr. Ming, why?
Sometimes I like to see the world burned. He's basically a put up or shut up kind of a person, you know. If you say you want to do it, then you're gonna do it. Sometimes he will force what you need to do. The smoke glides over Kipo, and he feels very sleepy. It's as if the smoke is lulling him to sleep. Kipo's eyelids get heavier and heavier, to the point where he gives in to the smoke. And when he wakes, which is about like a brief moment, he can see his body resting peacefully on the table. Well, his head laying on the table. The smoke shrouds him.
Not used to seeing himself in like this. He tries to go touch his shoulder.
I would not advise that. The moment you lay a finger on yourself, you will be taken back to your ability to use his time wisely. Do not stay out for long.
Okay. Kipo didn't want this, but it's kind of cool. At least Kipo can see Mr. Ming still, right?
Yes.
Okay. As long as he can communicate and see Mr. Ming, he's gonna assume it's okay, even though Mr. Ming just kind of forced him into this anyway. Well, I guess I can go. Takes just a small moment, but decides to might as well. Doesn't really want to make Mr. Ming mad for like even doing this to him anyway. He goes up the stairs. Take a little peeksy, you know.
As Kipo goes up the stairs, he hears the familiar voice of Amelia up the stairs. Basically, Mr. Ming saved him from having to explain why the heck he was up there and why there's ash charms in it with these weird doodles in it.
Ignore that. In his defense, he's been sleeping downstairs.
Once he gets close enough, he can hear Amelia kind of go over books. In here, nothing about vampires. Over here, not this one. This is Egypt. I don't think Egypt had any vampires. No. Maybe a topic to ask Isa about. She's just rambling to herself and trying to find as many books as possible.
Kipo thinks he can't be seen by them. He's assuming not, at least. He's not physical body. Wants to sneak over towards the ash and see if he could, like, disturb it or something. Just try to get rid of it.
Roll a will for that.
I got a 2.
Hand on shoulder. I got some bad news for you.
I feel like this was not a good decision.
It seems that for your first time detaching your soul from your body, you cannot touch anything. You go to brush off the ash, but your hand literally just goes through the table.
Why?
It doesn't even disturb it. And while he's doing that, he can see Amelia from the corner of his eye, looking at the last section that's close to the table. She's still mumbling, and you also see Dee by her side, kind of just watching her and looking at the books as well.
Kipo can't believe he left the ash like this and still can't do nothing about it. He just accepts defeat on that part. Oh.
Well, now you can eavesdrop even more.
I'm really close to them now.
Well, I would just have to look through these more carefully then. I wanted to at least speedrun this just a little bit. Just to get you started, Dee, but I assumed did not find anything. Let's check one more area up in here. She goes to like this middle rack that's in between like the back stack where the black book is, that has the vampire stuff, and the table. Amelia, let me roll for it. I'll let the dice gods decide.
Dice, please save me.
Amelia doesn't notice at first. It was until Dee notices it and points it out to her that she comes back and, no one should be up here. This area is only meant for higher management and, of course, myself and the ghost went here, but
Kipo, he still desperately tries to move it. He's like, no, I'm sorry. But nothing.
He's just desperately trying to wipe.
Like, nonstop. His hands are just trying to get rid of it. Nothing happens.
Dee will kind of take a finger and like swatch some of the ash and rub it against his fingers. Seems to be ash from pipe or cigarette or something. We don't have any smokers here, and smoking is definitely not permitted in the library or in the cafe. Who could have all this ash? Who smokes in here?
I don't want to get Mr. Ming in trouble. But I can't do nothing. Kipo has an idea though. Kipo wants to try to fling the book off the bookshelf that they're looking for to just distract them from the whole ash thing. Oh, hey, the book! The book! Pay attention to the book!
It's gonna be hard because you can't touch anything. Or can you?
Can I roll for this one?
Alright. Roll me... I'll roll once, and if you get anything higher than me, I'll let you select touchable, but I will tell you what you can touch.
Okay.
Right, I'm gonna roll first. Okay, I'm not gonna tell the number until after your roll.
Okay, let me... I got 18.
I knew it. I knew that was gonna happen. I knew it. Dice God, why? I got a 7.
Oh.
You can't touch the books or anything, but you can touch fabric.
Oh.
Just giving you a little hinty hint. Emilia has sort of sleeves. They're not looking at her get up. Yeah, her sleeves could be tugged on. Dee has a cape that could be tugged on too. Wink wink.
Doesn't want them to think that... Well, the cafe's already haunted. Kinda, in an extent. I'll touch Dee's cape because he has more fabric than Emilia. Who wants to point the cape towards the direction of the book they're looking for? Just like gives light tugs at it. I'm sorry, I don't mean to, but... tug.
He kind of whips his head around. He was not expecting and he did not even sense any presence to be there. I'm sorry.
Tries tugging towards the direction he wants him to go.
Dee, what's the matter? Dee doesn't really say anything. But he looks at his cape and kind of narrows his eyes. Seeing something wants me to follow it. Oh! I wonder it's one of the residents here. Must have they've been out and about. So don't just stand there, Dee, silly. Go follow him. Or her. Or they. Or Dee gives gives her a playful smile, knowing what she meant, but went in the direction where his tugged cape went.
He's gonna bring the cape up towards the book, but he's kind of short. It's like, it's near the area. Right here.
Seems to have stopped here. Could there be something here? There must be. Why would this resident clearly tug on your cape just to not bring you here? Let's check this area once more. Emilia will start to look over the books in the area very carefully. No, not this one. No, can't read this at all. Not this one. No, oh, no, not this one. And then she touches the spine of the black book. Oh, this one's been charmed. Oh, did one of the residents do this? This must be what they were looking for. You're making us follow them for. Here, let me break this charm for a minute.
But it's a good charm.
It is a protective charm, but it prevents certain beings to hold this book, and that's what caused the initial reaction to Amelia, because she could immediately pick up on it. I don't know if this is because I'm a vampire pet or whatever, but it seems whoever put this charm in here did not want anyone that has vampiric blood to touch it. And she quickly undoes the charm. Luckily I learned a few things or two from Mr. Lang Ming. Here we are. Oh. The damned and their accursed servants. This might help you, Dee. She gives the book over to Dee. Dee kinda looks it over. It's like I described before. I will give this a quick read through. I will return soon with the book. And with that, I'll come up with a plan to deal with this vampire of yours. Oh, excellent. I am so ready. Oh, this has been such a tough 2 weeks because of him. Oh. Dee will chuckle at her behavior, but then quickly leave to go read up on the book.
Kipo doesn't really like ghost form. It's like proving to be inconvenient other than spying.
That you know of.
That I know of. He kind of just watches the two, but he's also not so sure how long he's supposed to be out for.
As you turn the corner where Kipo and Ming turn the corner in order to evade Amelia and Dee, there are on that side. All of them equally differ in subjects and differ in languages that you can either see and not read, or see and can read.
I think that'll be enough exploring. It probably is safe to get back to your body.
While you head down, you see Dee trying to find a spot where he's not in the direct sunlight. Even though he is damp here, the sun still hurts him. But you might want to make back to your body before he discovers you.
Looks like I'm sleeping, you know?
Yes, but he can tell when hearts are beating or not. And your heart is not.
Oh, you might think I died. That's not cool. Yeah, okay. Yeah, quick. He doesn't want to waste time getting in his body anyway. So, Kipo heads straight, like, beelines it.
Once you head back, Kipo notices that Mr. Ming has disappeared. The lingering smoke in his body still remains where it was.
I just kind of go in, right? Mr. Ming, I don't know. You think I'm an expert at this knowledge? No, I'm not. Touch the shoulder like Mr. Ming said not to do it. Maybe that'll help. I don't know.
No, it's a little easier than you expect. It's just you touch your cold dead body, and then you're back in your body. It just takes a brief moment for you to quote unquote wake up. Once you do, the smoke is gone.
I don't like that. Kind of rubs his eye. Definitely, it's a weird imaginative sensation to like see yourself, try to get back in yourself. I don't know.
And it just so happens that this spot is the darkest of all the corners.
Oh, so happen?
And as soon as you pick up your head, you hear. Actually, you don't even hear anything. You just hear a chair creak right next to you.
Kipo is like, huh? Looks over.
The chair that's on the end of the table sits Dee, getting into the book. He's taken that off and he's placed it on the table. His hats and looking down don't really work all that well, especially with his big hat. I mean, look at it.
Yeah. Kipo's not so sure how to react. Almost like kind of used to not being seen because he was just with him and Amelia not too long ago.
You wish to ask me something?
Kipo remembers, I'm not see-through anymore. Oh, yeah. He's just gonna bring up something random. That's a really big hat. It's like,
Oh my god. That's like something I would do. Oh my god.
Just something random to not make it awkward.
Dave will just raise an eyebrow and chuckle lightly. Yeah, it is, but it's perfect for someone like me.
That it didn't. Conversation didn't quite help. It does kind of like bring up a topic. Someone like you?
I suppose you don't know. Amelia likes to tell all the workers what I am, just so things are easier. Ordering the owner special, of course.
He eyes the book. He's not sure if he should let Dee read it because he knows Ming went through so much, like, oh, protect it with the ashes, you know. Kind of afraid it might not be safe to read. So what kind of book are you reading?
He's contemplating what to tell you. He doesn't want to outright tell you what it is, and he doesn't want to frighten you, or he doesn't want to outright say it, especially with how innocent you seem.
I look innocent, but I've already read the book.
You've already read the book, and he already caught you eavesdropping. He wants to keep you out of this as much as possible.
Kipo's kind of on the same wavelength on that. He's not sure if he really should tell him. He looked at that book before because it's of the topic it is. He's seen some photos. He really kind of wishes he hadn't seen some pictures of that. He's not gonna lie. He also worries for Dee's safety, not knowing that Dee most likely can protect himself, but he's also not sure how to word things. And this is why these two are kind of hard to communicate. Because they're both on that wavelength of, I don't know how to word this, or should I say it? It looks older. Kind of like,
It is.
I don't think it's from this floor.
It's not. Amelia's giving me special privileges to be on the second floor. Sometimes it requires deeper knowledge.
If that book's new to you, I have a friend that could help you, I think. Trying to wisely word this as best as I can. Yeah, he's really good at stuff. I'm sure he'll help. If you want it, of course.
Dee will raise an eyebrow to his offer. Who do you have in mind?
Just someone. He gets up. I'll be right back. Just don't open it yet. He just kind of walks off to grab Mr. Ming's book.
He goes after for Ming's book.
Yeah.
You touched the book. Again.
Oh my gosh. Lang.
You gotta do the thing.
Lang
you gotta
Ming.
do the thing.
Lang Ming, I remembered this time. I might be bad with names. Lang Ming.
Lang Ming will appear behind Kipo. You require more of my service.
Just really quick. A friend of mine needs some help. I promise it's just one more time.
Young one, you do understand that our presence should not be seen by the outside world. There are only a select few that know of our existence outside of this workplace.
He looks up at him. Amelia already told him that there's ghosts here.
Let us look at this. Friend, you said?
Mm-hmm. He's touching that book.
It's like Finding Nemo. Don't touch the butt.
Don't touch
Don't
it.
touch the book.
Don't touch it.
I'm gonna go touch the book.
He freaking touched it.
Touch the book. Lang Ming will follow Kipo. Upon seeing D, Mr. Ming's eyes will widen. It goes back to his normal, resting bitch face.
He showed some emotion? Wow.
My. It's not often I get the great pleasure to be in the presence of a very powerful vampire hunter. So you are this friend who requires some assistance. It has been long, Dee. So it has, Dee will say.
Out of the loop is Kipo.
Dee will look over to Kipo. How rude of me. I never even asked for your name.
Oh, it's Kipo.
Dee. But of course, you've already known that. Amelia is not quite keep stuff on the down low. Lang Ming will eye the book. So it was you that wanted to gain the knowledge from this book. Dee will look at him. What do you mean? You knew I was going to look for this book? Lang Ming will take a deep drag of his pipe and gonna look to the side.
Ming, can you just help real quick, please? I'm sorry to disturb you.
Yeah, but I'm not really inclined to dive into more details. That is between me and Amelia. I'm looking for information for what these books could hold, knowledge-wise. If there's anything that could be potentially dangerous, unfortunately, I must burn the book. Used in the wrong hands would only bring destruction to not only this cafe, to the world. And I'm guessing you're the one who put this charms on it. Up on the table are still your charms on. Yes, that was indeed me. As one of the 8 mysteries of this library, it is my duty to make sure the books that come in and out of these bookcases are kept under lock and key, so to speak. This is by no means a prison, but there are some books that are way too dangerous for mere mortals to touch. You of all people should know this, Dee, considering you've had a run-in with a couple of our books yourself, all those years ago. Dee doesn't say anything, but he does nod. Is his book safe to touch, then? I see that Amelia has taken off my protective charm, though she does so in good heart. No, I did not detect anything in the book that would be harmful, but the information maybe will. I do not know. I did not look too far into the book. I'm sorry I cannot help you there. Lang Ming will kind of turn to leave. Anything you wish to acquire more, please seek the help of Miss Amelia. It's been long since I've been out in this library. The books have been placed in here. But if you still require my assistance in some way, I'll be around. Nice seeing you again, Dee. Dee will nod likewise.
Thank you, Mr. Ming.
Of course, young one. But do keep my offer in mind, like I've said before.
He just nods as he just kind of stares at his feet. It's definitely something he has to, eventually bring up with his sister.
There is not much time left. And with that, he will walk away. But as he does so, he just fades out. Dee and Kipo.
Well,
You still have questions for me, don't you?
I don't need to.
If Kipo looks up, he will see a very sly smile on Dee's face.
No, I don't want to disturb. You're busy.
Don't hesitate to ask.
Kipo takes a moment. Ming mentioned, you're a vampire hunter? I don't quite understand.
Dee kind of sighs, but it's a very light sigh. Yes, I do hunt vampires.
Is it really dangerous?
Yes, extremely dangerous. But I excel in what I do. Half of my blood is vampiric anyway.
A little surprised, but he does kind of recall something his sister mentioned during one of her gossips. He sits down at the table, not too far from Dee. Just like whatever chair was like closest for Kipo to sit down at.
Dee will kind of crack open into the book a little bit, but he is still very much aware that Kipo is still there.
Maybe Dee has questions. Don't ask about the door.
Wait, the door?
Don't.
The door?
No. Don't talk about the door situation of, oh, there's a presence there.
Oh yeah.
Don't mention.
Why did you bring it up?
No.
I kind of forgot about it.
No, forget. No, you don't. I said nothing. There's doors everywhere. Don't bring it up. Knows it's probably not fair that he's the only one asking questions. Do you want to ask me anything?
A brief moment, Kipo's question takes Dee by surprise. He wasn't really expecting Kipo to be offering to answer questions from him. But Dee will entertain this neko, this half neko. He will ask, "How long have you been working here?"
About 2 weeks now. Not very long.
I see.
Kipo lets off a little, not awkward chuckle, just a light chuckle. Since I'm so new, I feel like, still learning what to do around here. It's my first job, actually.
But you know that you chose the right place to get a job. Amelia is really kind. She's not one to discriminate one's race. She doesn't really have the heart to even boot anyone, no matter how much they've wronged her.
Kipo nods. He was surprised he got the job quite quick, and he's actually really happy his sister also has a job. Yeah, she's really nice. In fact, well, don't tell her I told you this, but my sister Penko, she isn't quite one to stick around with jobs very well. This is actually the first time she's been hired for so long, which is just a few days.
Your secret's safe with me.
Thank you.
Tell me, is everything alright in the kitchen? You were almost... Please stop. I need to get through this. You almost severed your hand.
Yeah, he looks at the hand that was pretty much almost the one that get messed up. About that, curiosity is not the best. I was exploring the kitchen, saw some, other supplies we carry, and frozen mice. He kind of whispers that last part.
So you've seen the blood then?
Yeah.
It's okay. Not everyone expects just packs of blood to be in a fridge. And don't worry about the mice. Those are for Amelia's pet.
Pet?
Yeah. She has a pet snake.
Oh. It's happy it's not someone who eats them. Yeah, it kind of startled me. I accidentally, bumped into the shelf, not realizing the knives. Thank you for that. I don't know what I would have done. He tries not to imagine working with a busted hand.
It's nothing. I was just glad I was there. Amelia really needs to upgrade the kitchen a little bit.
Oh, I like it. I like all those lanterns.
As do I. Plus, it's one of the only places in this place that doesn't have windows. It may be a dampier, but the sun still hurts.
Yeah, he sees that they're on the only shadiest table. If you wanted to sit by a window, we can lower curtains down, if it helps.
Here's just fine. It's the quietest corner in all the library. How did you meet Mr. Ming? Not often he makes an appearance.
Well, it was about 2 days. Yeah, about 2 days ago now. He kind of just let himself be known. I heard whispering over in the corner back there. I thought maybe customers were over there or something. And, his book was on the floor.
Not often he makes the first move to make himself known to, especially to newcomers.
Well, he does have a reason. Feel like I'm not the one for that, though.
Dee will kind of tilt his head inquisitively. What do you mean?
Upon picking up his book, he mentioned that he wants me to save the world, I guess.
Dee will furrow his eyebrows. A look of concern was on his face. Wait, what do you mean?
He mentioned something about a blue moon, and not the cafe blue moon.
Dee's face will become serious. That is very troubling. Is it that time already?
He says it's been 5 years, but I don't know. I don't need to bother you. I'm sorry.
Dee won't pry into what Kipo means.
I don't know why. That's what he told me. I can hardly make a cappuccino.
Kinda ponders the situation. Did he say how long till the world goes? He stops himself, not wanting to the words.
10?
He nods.
Not really. My sister kinda interrupted him. She's not on board. I'm not even supposed to be speaking to him anymore.
He will smile at that.
It does make Kipo think there's a time limit. Doesn't sit well.
You should let Amelia know this burden is too much for someone like you.
I've been trying to figure out a way to, but I don't know how to bring it up.
I see.
I'll try to. It's probably best she and maybe Issa? Yeah, our manager could probably help. Like I said, I don't know why Ming is wanting me to. Maybe he got the wrong person.
Ming's predictions, they seldomly are wrong. He may be old, older than me, older than most of the vampires that still roam this earth. That doesn't mean that his word is not always true. He's seen something, and whether that something is you, I'm not sure about. But it's best to get Amelia's opinion on it.
Right. Thank you, I've been pondering that.
And with that last part of you should really let Amelia know, Dee will get up with the book in hand, and he will quickly excuse himself and make his way up to the counter. He is def checking out that book. Oh, I should also add that Dee left his hat behind!
Are we still going, or is it end of session?
No, I forgot that detail. Hurry! Go!
Kipo grabs it. Grabbing it, it's like, oh my gosh, this is bigger than my head. But he quickly, Dee, wait, and he'll kind of grab the cape.
Dee will stop and turn to the boy.
Your hat?
He gives a smile and takes the hat. Says his thank you, and he puts it back on.